YouTube, it's Speak Bigfoot.
Hey, it's Schmicks, and you're listening to
The Third Floor. Welcome back to another week. We took a week break, but now we're back.
Yeah, back at it again. And how are you doing, Nick?
I'm good, man. I'm really good actually. Got my drink, I got my buddy, and I'm just ready to record this podcast.
Right
Interesting fact: I learned out that a large pizza has 2,600 calories, and that I can also eat a whole one. So
Nice.
That's how I'm doing.
It's interesting you brought that up because I think it was just it was Tuesday. We went to Taco Bell. We had Taco Tuesday. No, sorry, we went to Taco Time.
Yeah,
We got tacos there. Came back, and I was still hungry for a midnight snack, so we ordered pizza. And I made sure to drink a beer before, so I was like, I'll be full. I won't really need to eat a whole pizza. It'll kind of slow me down, so I have leftovers. And I still ate the whole pizza.
Sick.
So
yes.
I'm right there with you. It's bad.
Yeah, well, here's my rationing. I was like, hey, if I eat the whole thing now on my cheat day, I don't have to have another cheat day tomorrow, So that's big brain time.
That's pretty smart.
That's big brain time. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I not too much in my life has changed, but as we're going to talk about today, there's been so much Xbox news and Halo news, of course, that I've been busy on YouTube and busy looking on Twitter and Twitch and seeing what people are saying, because there's just way too much going on, and you research stuff and I research stuff. It's almost a little overwhelming, but I've had a good week, and I've been really looking forward to this podcast because we took a week off, and I'm just really hoping we can get through this stuff in time and have fun doing it,
Push through it. We'll get it. We keep going over, so we're aiming for the 40-minute mark today. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I mean, they'll know the time before we will.
They'll know it.
Yeah.
They'll know it.
Yeah.
All right.
And right off the bat, I would like to say, if you haven't followed our Twitches yet, you should do that. Twitch.tv/Schmixy for me, and Twitch.tv/TweakedBigfoot for Nick over there. And we love to stream. We'll probably end up doing a lot more streaming as the weather gets colder, but I'm pretty close to affiliate now, and I'm really hoping I can get there soon. So if you want to follow our Twitches, that would really help out. It would help out our YouTube and our Twitch. So we'd appreciate that.
We'll get you to affiliate. We can get that sweet Twitch money.
Yeah, so we can make up for the mixer money.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I got some questions for you today, Nick. We talked about how we game and how the different ways we game, what time of the day, and all these different things. So I have a lineup of questions. The first one is, how did you get into gaming?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the earliest thing I can remember is my mom had a Super Nintendo. So it had the Super Nintendo box, right? And there's a chunk of plastic missing. It didn't wreck the game. There's I've always remembered it. There's just I could see into the console. That was kind of cool. So Super Nintendo was the very first thing I played. I played Super Mario Bros. 2, Donkey Kong. No, that was on the 64. Where was it? No, Donkey Kong 64.
There's a SNES one.
Yeah. Old Zelda games. I played all those just because that's what was available to me. And then I played PlayStation 1, and that's when it really took off. That's when I started playing Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, Warriors of Might and Magic, old games like that. Jak and Daxter? No, that was PS2.
Did you play Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
On PS1? I was going to say that's probably where all those roots come from,
Yeah, and Rapala Fishing Tournament. I don't know why, but I was hooked.
Nice. Always you were hooked.
All right, how about you? How'd you get into it?
That was lame, dude. You're such a boomer. Well, first I was going to ask, did you play Super Metroid for your SNES? I really want. I don't even own the game, but I want to get it.
I've never been a Metroid guy. The Switch has it where you can, if you have Switch Online, you can turn my AC off. I forgot about that. If you have the Nintendo Online, you can play old SNES games and NES games. So I've played Super Metroid, and it's just not my thing.
Not your jam?
Something about it. I don't know why.
No, that's fair. It's a weird game, so.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah. How did I get into gaming?
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, Rollvids, my brother, he let me play his PS1 way back in the day. And I remember playing Need for Speed.
Yes.
Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit was
the first one for PS1.
Yeah.
And I remember playing that, thinking the graphics were so amazing, even though looking back now, they're blocks. Like you could
Yeah,
barely tell what the
I'm
car
gonna
was.
look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
But man, like I remember playing that and just thinking it was so cool. Like, you know, getting chased by the cops, and then he also had Wheel of Fortune, which is such a lame idea for like a
Oh,
PS1 game, but for
but
some reason it just
slaps.
slapped. Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to play Wheel of Fortune so much. So when we do have him on the show sometime, we'll have to talk about that. But that's what got
Definitely.
me into gaming. And my first console was a Game Boy Advance. It was I got it and got Super Mario Advance with it. So I came with like the classic Mario Brothers, where they're like in the pipes, like the really old arcadey one,
Yeah, yeah.
as well as Super Mario Brothers 2, where they're in like that dreamland and
Oh yes. With
yeah.
that was like the map one, right? Where you moved around.
Yeah,
Love that
and
game.
then you could use Peach for the first time and float around and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So yeah, really cool game. And that's I guess what got me started off was PS1 and the Game Boy Advance way back
Sick.
in the day. Yeah.
Here, for anyone wondering, really quickly, I'm gonna throw up a screenshot of Need for Speed, the first one. It looks atrocious. I'll throw up right here.
At
It
the
looks,
time,
oh, it
sick,
looks so bad. But like, dude, that and Tony Hawk was the jams all day long.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're like that's back when there was no bragging about graphics or how it looked.
Yeah.
It was all about gameplay. It was all about fun.
Yeah.
So very different era.
You get lost in a good game.
Yeah, you weren't worried about microtransactions and buying the season pass. So
Like getting Xbox Live.
yeah, different days indeed.
Yeah.
Speaking of time, what time of the day do you prefer to game? What's your schedule like with gaming?
I have a rundown. Here's a breakthrough, okay? So I work at 8. I work at 9, so I leave for work at 8:30. I get up at 7. Usually I'll shower, and then I'll eat breakfast, and I'll play Animal Crossing every day. I start my day with Animal Crossing for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just talk to my villagers, do what I can, and then I'll work. And then I'll come home, eat dinner, and then I'll like play more video games. So it's more like an evening and like early or morning and like early evening, like maybe dusk almost. Like that's when I'll game. Unless it's a weekend, then it's like a midday thing. But I have to start my day playing Animal Crossing. It's just like a necessity at this point. So I'd say like kind of beginning and end of my day is when I game.
Yeah. Well, again, if you're watching my channel and you haven't subscribed to Tweak Bigfoot yet, you should, because he's got a ton of Animal Crossing videos, and everybody loves Animal Crossing. Great to de-stress. We're in a tough time right now with a pandemic going on, if you haven't noticed. And it'd be really cool to just chill out and play some Animal Crossing with Nick. So go check out his channel. And for myself, I know that Nick plays Animal Crossing religiously, but I haven't quite got there yet. I used to, but I'll have to get back into it and play it on my DS. Not quite as cool as the Switch, but still a really fun game.
Dude, the wild thing is before I bought it, I was like, this game's gonna suck. I'm not even gonna enjoy it. I just like bought it because everyone bought it for COVID, right? And I was like, okay.
Yep. You were like, Doom Eternal or Animal Crossing?
Or Animal Crossing, right? And then I bought it, and I was like, yo, this game is a slapper. It slaps.
Did you play once before that, though?
Yeah, kind of. I played like the one on your phone, like Pocket Camp, for like 3 months, but not religiously. And I was like, this game's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, main series, I'm going to play when we're done this podcast, probably for an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same as far as like morning and evening. That's what would make the most sense. I feel like most gamers would take that evening part and stretch it into late night stuff, but maybe we're becoming boomers, but I don't really do that anymore. I just
too old.
Too old. And yeah, like, so for me, it's like afternoon, because I do night shifts a lot with my work. And so I'll end up gaming like between like 2 to like 7 p.m. And it's kind of this weird afternoon chunk where everyone else is at work and I'm just grinding something stupid like ranked Halo 5.
Okay.
Playing only the sweats that are sitting there like me. So that's kind of my schedule, and it sucks a lot of the time. But I will agree, there are times where I will play with you in the morning, and it's so good. Like, it's so nice to start your day off with like, you know, getting footage for a video or something. And I remember doing that once with a live comm with Dakota with Hypersoft Gaming.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun just to play in the morning, and I don't do that enough, but I should.
One day we'll get back there, you know, when responsibility is not an issue, we'll get back to playing in the morning.
Oh yeah. And I think I already know the answer to this one, but what do you prefer, PC, console, or handheld? Out of the three, what would be your, maybe list them off in order?
It's strictly mobile. If you're not playing Candy Crush, get out.
Yeah, okay, I forgot mobile.
I would count, it's like I'll count the Switch as a mobile, even though it can technically be a console. I'm going to count that as a mobile. So I would say PC is third. Unless we're talking World of Warcraft, then nothing else matters. but
Yeah.
that's a separate addiction for another video. So I'd put PC third just because like on my MacBook I can play like League of Legends with you, or I can play Hearthstone, but like I'm not really grinding that much. And then I put handheld, even though I love Nintendo Switch and play it religiously. Like if given the choice, I would rather play games on my Xbox than Animal Crossing. You know what I mean? So I put handheld second and then console first. Recently I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been playing Detroit Become Human on my PlayStation, and I haven't been able to put it down. So like I would say console for me is top tier. I will always be a console guy at heart.
Yeah, I agree with you that console for me is on the top.
Yep.
And then just below that I have to put PC. And one of the main reasons is because with PC you're constantly doing like a driver update for your graphics card. Yeah. Or there's a big system update, or there's just all sorts of configurations you need to do, and all the key bindings change because there was a patch and all this weird stuff. Whereas on console, it's it's streamlined and we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
Installing drivers, there's just one big update monthly kind of thing. So that's where I just prefer to play Halo and Destiny and Doom and all those kinds of FPS games. I just prefer to play them on console.
Definitely.
But I think once they really get mouse and keyboard down with console, where you can just plug them into the USB and it works just like it should on a PC, I'll probably end up doing a lot of that mouse and keyboard stuff with FPS, but then just play it on my console.
Fair enough.
Just to be weird. And handheld on the bottom, I still love my Game Boy and my DS. I just don't play them that much. It's not the days anymore where I play 300 hours of Fire Red. But I do miss the days, man. I miss the days.
I own Fire Red, actually. I was playing it the other day.
Oh, it's so boss.
Still own it on the Game Boy SP. Yeah, dude, the game just something about it.
I got Sapphire and Fire Red, and those two games. I think I was telling you I had a Game Boy Advance. Thought I lost it, so I bought an SP, and then I had a Advance because I found the Advance, and then I also had bought an SP, so I had two. So I would link the two together, and I'd be able to trade between my own without a friend. I could just trade between Sapphire and Fire Red. That's complete my Pokedex. It was the dream come true.
I have that opportunity. I just have to get another Game Boy, which is on the mainland, and then I can do that.
Do you have a link cable?
Nope. Amazon, maybe. Probably Amazon.
I got a spare one, so if you end up coming here,
I will trade you.
Don't trade me anything.
No, I will give you 2 Fortnite cards.
Oh no, I don't want them.
Those
That's
are
such
never
a dumb running gag. We'll have to explain that someday. But
yeah, one day we'll explain that.
Yeah, Fortnite's trash, so just remember that, kids.
You get that out of our. I will never make a video on that ever. It won't happen.
I kind of faked out, like on my third YouTube video. I started it, and then I'm like, oh wait, what's this trash? I want to talk about Halo. That's the only thing I've ever done.
That's still one of my favorite videos.
It's so dumb.
It dumps on Fortnite. I almost bought the Battle Pass once. That's another talk for another time.
Yeah.
That's another topic.
So headphones versus no headphones. What do you think? Or earbuds, you could include that too. What's your preference?
If I'm playing like a first-person shooter, or if I'm playing like anything against people, I have to wear headphones. Apex, if I was going to play Fortnite, which I won't, but that'd have to be, any BR has to be headphones. If I'm playing COD, headphones, just so I can hear where people are going. But if I'm playing like Far Cry, which I've been playing a lot of lately, I'll just have the speakers on. And Switch, I always keep it on my dock. Very rarely, we have a Bluetooth adapter, so I'll just plug that in. I can put AirPods on. That's nice. So rarely I'll do that, but I would say, for the most part, I'd say no headphones.
Yeah.
The headphones thing is very situational.
Yeah, I would say you're right. FPS, and especially Battle Royale, when it's real sweaty like that, better to have headphones in. You have that surround sound.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing like Skyrim or even like PvE Destiny, and I'm just chilling, I actually I have this little speaker down here. I got it a long time ago, and I just plug it into my monitor, and it comes out. There's no lag at all, so I just plug it in the monitor, and I just hear it through there, and it's a lot nicer to play like an RPG without having something on your head.
Yeah.
Plus, then Bailey can hear this wonderful Skyrim music, as she's sitting there playing Nancy Drew.
I've bought that game probably 4 times, and I'm not gonna buy it again on the Xbox. Don't get me started on that. But on the Xbox Series X, but it's an unreal game.
Yeah, it's still
that should be played by everyone. I think everyone should play it once, at least play through it once.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how many times you do it. You can try a totally different species, or you can do a totally different build where you're not just an archer that has really good skills with one-handed. That's the most boring thing. You got to switch it up and do.
I have to do it.
Conjuring or destruction.
I tried to play through it barehanded once.
That'd be sick.
It was fun.
Oh man, I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Clothing. What do you like to wear when you game, dude?
Buck naked, bro.
Of course. You're probably not wearing any pants right now.
I can't stand up.
By the way, shout out to his jacket there. It looks unreal.
Thank
Once
you.
again, we're Xbox boys that wear PlayStation stuff. It looks unreal.
Yeah, I don't own any Xbox clothing. I've never have. No, it's my girlfriend's jacket. I stole it for this pot for the essence of just this video.
It is boss. It looks sick.
I'll let her know you said that. What am I wearing? Probably just like if I come home from work, I'm just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. Probably like what I worked in. Otherwise, I have this like really old pair of like ripped right up the crotch skinny jeans, and they're the comfiest things. So I'll slip into those and like a.
Sounds not comfy at all.
Oh, it's so comfy, man. They're so worn in. I'm just like, oh I should put those on for this podcast.
You should.
Yeah, dude. They're so. I can't wear them in public. They're so ripped up the balls, but man, they're so comfy that I can wear them and that in a t-shirt.
Okay, so you're not a sweats guy, hey?
No, and unless we're in the winter, then probably.
This is like absolute like.
Oh yeah.
Like lazy kid that just wears sweatpants and a t-shirt, man. That's. I honestly can't even game with jeans on anymore. No? I have to wear like sweats and just be a bum. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. Everyone's different. For about a second, I didn't think you were wearing pants. I was like, dude, you're just gaming your boxers. All right.
Just albino skin. Hey, just gray. Nothing against people that have albino skin. I'm just saying I don't have it. Oh, gosh. Good thing we don't have a big podcast. We're not offending too many people.
We're not offending too many people.
I love all colors, just so we know.
This is going to come back to us in 2027. We're going to get fucked.
Yeah, Twitter's going to come racing after this podcast. All right, switching the topic quickly. What room do you usually game in? You probably have a game, like the room where you have stuff set up for sure, but where do you like to take your handheld stuff or your Switch or stuff like that?
I don't put an ice cube in my mouth. Hold on. Sorry, I got like my drinks out. I'm just chewing ice. Yeah, okay, so like I'm at the desk. The way my basement suite's laid out, like the back door is right there. That's the only entrance into the place. And then the TV is here. So my PlayStation and my Switch are here. So they're docked. But my Xbox actually lives in my bedroom because my girlfriend always does work at her desk. So she's always working. So I keep my Xbox in our vanity. We have like a really nice, huge vanity. So I have like a nice setup over there. I just game in our bedroom usually. That way it doesn't disrupt her. I could put it on the TV, but if I'm playing with like friends or playing like COD, I don't want to have it like 10 feet back from me. Mm-hmm. So I usually just keep it in our bedroom. I have a little setup in there.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. We used to have stuff in our bedroom, and we had the old 360 set up to watch movies and stuff on, but we just don't really do that anymore. We end up being on our phones anyway, so we thought, So now I'm using the extra monitor in here, and I just have this spare room where I have my PC and my Xbox. And then in the other room, we have the original Xbox One that we watch movies and occasionally game. Nice. Sometimes Bailey plays Fable 2, the odd time, stuff like that. So it's pretty chill. You
said original Xbox. I thought you meant like the original Xbox. And I was like, you got Netflix on that?
Yeah, with its like 16 megabytes of space. Sorry, original Xbox One. Yeah. And then I got the X in here so I can run stuff. But yeah, I mean, for handheld though, I love playing games in bed. I love laying there playing like, what's a good example? Zelda, Phantom Hourglass on DS, and just playing that little game and being in bed, having like not headphones but like earbuds in and playing. Yeah. Oh, it's sick. Or Pokemon. Oof.
My favorite place to play Animal Crossing is either curled up in a ball because we have a sectional, so curled up in the corner or in bed.
Yeah, best place. Yeah, Animal Crossing's a really good bed game for sure.
Big time.
What else we got? What do you like to drink and eat while you game, dude?
Nothing. I'll have as Jared knows, I call it Wawa. I'll have some Wawa with me, right here. Wawa, right there. Yeah. Food though, like normally nothing. Maybe like fruit. Like I'll have like celery. That's a veggie. A fruit and veggies.
Dude, we do celery too.
Yeah, we do. I am also notorious, and Jared knows this. When we record like gameplay, like we'll be doing like COD or something or Apex, I'll just like pick the loudest snack I have in my house. So I'll have like pick a bowl of carrots and I'll eat that. Like
just crunching.
You're right in the mic. So normally like I'll have fruit and veggies with hummus or like something healthy, or water. I don't eat chips much. I don't eat chocolate much.
So no Mountain Dew or Doritos.
Or buddy, like I'm gonna slap a picture right here of old Nick when he was 250.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, that grease ball, man.
But you know what? He was the best greaseball to play with,
Oh, I
no matter
appreciate
what.
that. That's a treat for people that made it this far.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if we have like an average view time of 3 minutes, we're missing out on so many good gags.
Oh, dude, so many.
Um, yeah, celery for some reason it does.
Yeah.
Apparently, it takes more calories to actually eat it than you get from it, so it's really stupid. But
Oh, big
I
time.
like it. I dip it in ranch, so I'd probably make up for the calories there. Um, I don't really eat much. It's usually
No.
like celery or like something that's like not going to get my hands dirty because I'm OCD, right? So I don't
Right,
want to
right.
have chips. I hate that idea. Oh, that just kills me. Um, but either that or like in between a game, like just go and have like a granola bar, just
Yeah.
something that fills you up, but it doesn't take long. But for drinks, you got to have G Fuel
Don't have
because
it
it's
yet.
better than energy drink because
I
then you
heard.
don't have a big crash. So G Fuel's the stuff. That or Wawa.
I love well. I want
One
to
of the
hop on
two.
that G Fuel pack eventually. There's like that starter pack with a shaker and like 3 flavors. I'm gonna hop on that
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, we should get a third floor flavor. That'd be
Oh
pretty
heck
cool.
yeah, dude. Third floor. If I'm going off where we lived and like a third floor Dirtberry, that might work.
Very. Yeah, dude, that sounds good. And it'd
Third
be
floor
like
tater tot. I don't know.
most G fuels are white, but this one would be kind of like a
Yeah.
yellowish brown tinge. It's just like Saskatchewan swamp water.
Yeah, third floor
Oh,
bedbug. Yum.
bad bug. Okay, so moving on. Do you prefer the old retro games, or do you like playing new games for the most part?
I would say about 80% new games. Like
Okay.
when I say new games, I count like probably like the last 5 years.
Yeah,
So,
like
I'm
the last
still
half decade.
yeah. So like something like Skyrim, I would actually call an old game.
Yeah,
I would say it's
as weird as
older.
that is.
It's old. So I would say probably like 80% to 20%. I love
Yep.
like Apex, COD, Far Cry, those newer games, and then I'll go back and play like Portal. Like we were playing Portal 2 the other day together. Not us. Me and girlfriend were playing Portal 2, and we're playing like old like Crash Bandicoot games. So like I'd say like 80-20 split.
Yep. I got no comment because I'm about the same 80-20.
Yeah.
It's mostly Halo and Destiny and kind of these live service style games. And then sometimes it's like, man, I want to really play like Pokemon or I want to play Metroid Prime on my GameCube, something random like that. So yeah, probably 80-20 for me too. And the genres of games you went over a bit. I mean, you're mostly like as far as on console, you play a lot of FPS, but then when it comes to Switch, you just grinding that Animal Crossing. We'd consider an RPG, I suppose.
I'll call it an RPG. Little known fact, actually, my favorite game style is RPG because my favorite game ever is World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
But I like RPGs a lot, like God of War, Far Cry, Skyrim. I don't actually like Zelda. Excuse me, which is kind of surprising. But like RPGs are my favorite. But I primarily play a lot of shooters, just because that's what I do. What are you into though? I feel like it's a good split.
Yeah, I mean, at the top, I'd probably say FPS, and then kind of a weird pick, but I always enjoy playing a really good racing game. I love Forza, and I don't play it much, but like when I do play it, I'll get into it for like a month, and I'll just like really play Forza. So I like racing games a lot, and then RPGs a little bit. Like I like light RPGs, like Skyrim. I'd consider a light one because. I mean, you can go deep into Skyrim if you want, but if you just play the campaign and you play different builds, like it's not that deep. Yeah. Same with Destiny. It's kind of a looter shooter RPG. Warframe is kind of a lighter RPG. So I like light RPGs, I think. That, FPS, and a little bit of racing. My picks.
Sweet.
And last question. It's the biggest question. Do you like to play games casually or do you like to be a sweatbag?
It's interesting. Since I play a lot of RPGs, like I'm sweaty in those, which is weird. Like I'm sweaty for achievements in RPGs and like trying to get like the coolest mounts.
So you're like a PvE tryhard then.
Oh, dude, raids are my favorite in any game. Destiny 2, WoW, anything that has a raid in it, I just love it. I love to do raids. But if we're playing COD, I'm not sweaty. If we're playing Apex, I'm pretty sweaty. I'm like, okay, we're getting this dub. Let's go. Yeah. But I'll always try and complete a challenge. So I'd say like sweaty-ish because like I'd love to complete challenges.
Okay. No, that's fair. I'd say I'm probably mostly sweaty.
Yeah,
I don't mind casual games like I said before, Skyrim or Metroid Prime or Pokemon or stuff like that. But a lot of the time, I like to have a goal like I'm going to get Onyx this season in Halo 5. Or I want to get really good at Halo 3 and really own Team Snipers and get a good gameplay. like stuff like that. If I'm recording and I'm thinking I really need to get a good gameplay here, so I think most of the time I'm sweating, but you've got a casual game sometimes, so
Of course.
it's a mix. Probably like 70-30 if I had to put a number on it.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Sweet.
You know, again, in the comments, you may as well put down what you guys think. How do you like the game?
Down there.
Do you like old stuff or new stuff, or do you like not playing with your pants on? You can put all that stuff down there. As long as it's appropriate, it'll get through the YouTube filters. We'd love to see it down there in the comments.
If you want to let it all hang out when you play, that's cool, dude. We've all been there.
All right. So, moving on to some big news. Halo Infinite is delayed all the way to 2021. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I told Nick prior, I was saying that I'm really sorry I have to keep bringing up Halo.
I love it.
It's like July and August there's been so much news. It's like the hype up to the trailer, and then the trailer, and then disappointment of the trailer, and now, oh no, because of the trailer possibly, now we're going to delay it to 2021.
Yeah.
So a lot of new news. Sorry I have to keep doing this, but I'm just going to summarize quickly what Chris Lee said. He's the studio head of Halo Infinite, and he had a big tweet. He put that out, I believe that was Tuesday at 1 p.m. I was a little late to the party, but I did make a YouTube video about it.
You did,
So if you want more info, you can check that out on my channel. It's the video previous to this.
Down here.
And I'll just summarize it. They're saying that for Halo Infinite, they really want it to meet their vision, what they've been thinking of for the last 5 years. They've had a lot of time since Halo 5. The only thing they've had in between there is MCC development updates as well as Halo Wars 2. But of course, those aren't as big as a mainline Halo game of the FPS series. So they've had lots of time and they wanted to meet their vision. So that's one reason they're pushing it to 2021. One of the biggest reasons is because of COVID, obviously. And what I really like is that they are taking it serious for their employees and the people that are developing the game. 343 is understanding that it's really tough to do remote work, to not only market a game, but put that game together, get the graphic fidelity looking better than it was for that trailer that we saw a couple weeks back, and all those kinds of things. I just noticed my cat's in the background.
Yeah, I've been staring at Bubbles.
Welcome to YouTube, Bubbles. Right on. What else we got here? They mentioned that they wanted to play it this Christmas. Like, it was supposed to be a holiday launch. It was supposed to be a Xbox Series X flagship title to come out on this release, and now they can't. So they're admitting that that's just something that's not realistic. And most importantly, they're saying that they want to put out a Halo game at the quality that they know their fans expect. And I'm a fan. Nick's a fan.
Yeah.
Anybody that plays Halo and is planning on playing a free-to-play multiplayer, which Halo Infinite will be, is a fan. And I really appreciate that they'd rather put out a game, take their time, not mess it up like they did with the MCC release in 2014, not mess it up like they did with the 2015 Halo 5 release with like 5 ranked playlists and no casual playlists, no Forge Theater,
no
Ready campaign.
Yeah. No split screen.
No split screen. Like, crazy stuff. So I'm glad they're taking their time with all that stuff. And I've been ranting for a while, but I just wanted to get that all out. That's kind of what the tweet says in general. And a lot of news, but I really wanted Tweak to give us some info on what's going to happen to the console, what's going to happen to Xbox as a game studio, as well as what's going to happen to the Xbox Series X as a console. It's supposed to launch this November. You got some more info on that, so share with us, please.
Before I hit that up, I want to talk about like the free-to-play multiplayer. Brilliant design choice. I think it's so brilliant because I literally told Dakota, like, I'm going to play it now. I'm going to play it pretty seriously because I'm not invested in it financially. Like, what if I like don't play it for a month, but I paid for it? Like, no, I'm just going to play it with the boys.
It'll be like Apex.
Yeah, it's literally free. So I'm like, why the heck not? Is it going to be loaded up with microtransactions? Probably. It's probably going to be microtransactions with the ass.
Yeah.
But it's free. So you know what? I'll take that trade. If you want to give me AAA multiplayer for free, I'll take that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
I agree. Cool. It's huge.
That's a big move. I actually thought it was a joke when I saw it. So that's a big move, I think.
Yeah.
How does it affect the console? Well, like, I don't know if a lot of people know this. I like to do research. Like, I just love reading about what the heck's going to happen to the consoles, PS4, Xbox, Switch. So I was digging these articles up from The Verge, and I almost said Nintendo. Xbox did confirm the Xbox Series X is going to launch in November. It's coming out. We know this, which is already odd because Halo is slated to release at Christmas time. So that's a little weird to me. Call it like your launch title, but it's not launching with it. That's
Like,
odd.
it's pretty speculation, but do you think it has to do with now that Infinite is for sure 2021? Do you think they just thought, we may as well throw it out the door in November so there's more hype coming up to the Christmas season for consumers? Like a big
Yeah.
Q4 push, or like, what do you think?
I think so. Yeah, just get them to buy it. It's Christmas time. They're gonna have like everyone wants to buy things for Christmas, right? Get that new thing. And I was telling Dakota, like, I think Xbox honestly should have pushed the launch back. I know I'm not a business guy, but I know from a financial perspective, you can't. You can't just be like, we're not gonna release the console for 3 months. That's gonna kill you. So you can't push it back. So I think this was probably the smartest thing they could do and bring it forward. You know what? Our flagship title's not there, so why hold it off? Let's just put it out. Let's just put it out. The rumored date is to be November 6th. You can go to The Verge. Both these articles will be in I almost said basement, in the description below. In the basement below.
Dude, that's an awesome. You know what? We have the Third Floor podcast, and then instead of the description, it's in the basement. I really like that.
In the basement below, I'll have these articles.
That's sick, dude.
This is on The Verge, and I read the article, and it says, Xbox Series X may launch on November 6th. A tipster tells me boxes of new controllers have a do not open date of November 6th on them. These controllers leaked earlier this week. That's from @TomWarren on Twitter. And it says, do not sell or display before November 6th, 2020. So people are thinking, look, it's got to come out on the 6th, maybe the 7th. So that's happening. So it's going to be early. So we're less than 3 months away from a new console, and there's no flagship games. I don't think
no Forza, no Gears,
no Fable.
No Fable.
Like, it's great that they're coming. Like, those things are coming. But so is LeBron winning another trophy. It's coming, but it's not anytime soon. Well, it might be. I don't know.
We were talking about we were talking about PlayStation because, of course, I saw your jacket and I was like, oh, sweet. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think we're looking at another win for PlayStation in the console war.
Because, like, even if I look at PS5 launch titles, right, I don't know if there's that many, but, like, the amount of games that, like, I'm stoked to play are huge. Like, you've got Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I didn't play the first one. I played a little bit of it. I played a quarter to half of it. That game is huge, though. So it's not big for me, but it's huge. You've got Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales. I think that's the title for it. You've got the unconfirmed God of War game. You've got Last of Us Remaster. They're gonna bump up the graphics to put on the PS5. Like, huge AAA games that are big, and they're big console sellers, right? Like, I bought a PS5 to play God of War, and I will buy or PS4. Sorry, I will buy a PS5 to play God of War the new one if I have to. Mm-hmm. So, it looks like this might be another early win for the Wi-Fi router. You know, it's the mini
Wi-Fi router beats the
mini fridge.
The mini fridge, yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of it now. I'm like, it's weird.
It's weird. Well, I will say that the thing that Xbox has going for it is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, where you get Xbox Live, which, again, we could do another video about this, but apparently they're changing. It's not going to be called Xbox Live. It's just going to be called Xbox Game Services. Okay. So really trying to hammer home that games a service thing where you just get Game Pass and you get brand new games on release for a monthly fee, which means monthly income for a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Microsoft, so that they can pay off publishers like Halo Infinite that's going to be having kids pay $1 to get their trial of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to play this brand new game. Weird stuff, but it seems like it's totally different when they integrate with PC. They have PC releases going on at the same time. So I think Xbox is going to lose this console war, but I think
so.
In time with that integration into PC, they could come back, but it's not going to be through the Xbox itself. It's going to be through getting them into the ecosystem of monthly service fees. As business as it is, that's probably what's going to end up happening.
I'm looking at Game Pass right now, and like literally, you pay like what, $15 a month Canadian plus a bit of tax on there, and like you can. I think I used it for the month free trial. I haven't played it since, but I personally believe it's the best deal in gaming. If you're a budget gamer, literally $15 a month, you can play unlimited Batman, Arkham Knight, Gears 4, Gears 5, Forza Horizon 4, Halo 5, Shadows of War, Minecraft Dungeons, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, NBA 2K, Mortal Kombat, Red Dead Redemption 2, Sea of Thieves, Rocket League, Outer Worlds, Terraria, and that's just like MCC collection, and that's just going off the top page. If you're someone that likes weird games, like you could try out Zoo Tycoon and be like, oh, this game sucks, I'm never playing it again.
Yeah, they have these obscure indie games, like from obscure indie games all the way up to AAA titles that are about to come out.
Like literally, it is, I think, without a doubt, the best deal in gaming. Do you have it? I don't have it.
I don't. The reason I don't is because I'm more of like a sweat, like I was saying, where I really hammer in on one game. But if you're a gamer that's more, I guess, normal, and you just like trying a bunch of different games and seeing what you like, for basically $5 more than like a Netflix monthly subscription or like Apple Music or like those kind of subscription fees, Spotify
same price
Premium.
As Netflix.
It's basically that. And you're gonna be able to get Xbox Live Gold, Xbox Game Pass for Xbox, and PC Game Pass, which means all these same games that you have on Xbox, you can play them on PC, including stuff like Halo Wars 2, where if you wanted to try a top-down Halo game like that, you can play it on console. Oh, you don't really like it, so you try it on PC. Oh, it's so much more fun on mouse and keyboard, and it's all cross-save. Like, it's such a crazy deal. I don't know how they can do it for like $1, like promotionals. No, it's absolutely absurd.
And it's also crazy because it goes to PC too. So I'm looking at it right now. You can play, you can play Halo Combat Anniversary on your PC. You're paying for this on. You're essentially getting it for 2 systems for the price of 1.
Yeah, and
not a sponsor, but like a phenomenal deal.
Yeah, we're just awestruck because even though it's on Steam, if you really want it there too, you can. But like you can put it all on the Xbox game services, and it can be this total package. And that's just something that Sony doesn't have. So PlayStation will probably win this, and especially now that we know Halo Infinite, the flagship title for the Series X, is going to be pushed off into 2021. It's looking like PlayStation's going to probably take another exclusive win on the console war, but I think this is a battle, not the war that they're winning.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I'm playing exclusives, more often than not, I'm playing because I like story. I'm going to PlayStation. They just have killer exclusives. Yeah, Fable's great, and I will actually play Fable. I will play the living crap out of Fable. Forza Horizon.
But they need a new Fable.
But they need a new Fable, right? Oh. And it's like exclusives on Xbox aren't going to win them, you know?
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
Yeah, God of War, Gran Turismo, Horizon Zero Dawn. They're such big hitters, and like they could pump out the best. Like even if Halo Infinite would have all went according to plan, an amazing trailer that came out this July. Like if it all went according to plan, it would still be so tough to compete with all those exclusives. And now that you strip that one little edge that they had away and kind of spread that into other games, other times, probably like it could be more like May or June. Games like Cyberpunk are gonna just take their cake this holiday season, and maybe for Halo fans, like for me, maybe it's a really good thing that it doesn't get overshadowed by a bunch of stuff, and it's more of the spring release that everyone gets pumped for. I don't know, but for the Xbox itself, I think it's bad.
But literally, even I'm looking right now, like Fable 4, gonna be a huge flagship game, no release date, no footage.
Yeah,
like you're launching a new console with like 1 or 2 new games. Like I'm not gonna buy it to play GTA 5 again. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, like it would be like if Nintendo was like, yeah, we're gonna come out with a brand new console, and they're like, oh cool, what's the flagship game for it? What are you gonna launch it with? Oh, Metroid Prime 4. Oh, when's Metroid Prime 4 coming out? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, 2030 at this point.
Yeah, it'd be like, what are you doing? And yet it was okay for Microsoft to do this.
It's not.
I don't know.
Not
seems goofy.
At least they still have Mixer. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my life's changing, but it's all right. At least it's a great time to have a little mini podcast series on YouTube.
Of course.
Yeah.
So in summary on that, is Xbox going to do great? Probably. Will I buy one eventually? Yeah. Will I buy one off launch like I was going to? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on that. I'll honestly spend some money on Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going back on what I said a couple of videos ago. But honestly, now I don't have Infinite to spend money on a campaign for or anything. So I don't know. May as well play some RPG shooter stuff while I wait.
Yep. So that's that.
Yeah. Well, Nick, I had fun today. It was really cool talking to you. I know I get ranty about Halo and stuff, but you're always there to just like back up my stuff with these facts and knowledge and logic on the research you do. So really appreciate that, man.
Of course. I love doing it. I will have these articles and Jared's channel down in the basement and
Down in the basement below.
Down in the basement.
And again, if you want Animal Crossing videos and all sorts of cool stuff, you got to subscribe to Tweak Bigfoot, and I will have that down in my basement below here as well.
I'll enter your basement.
And on that note, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great week.
Have a good night.